I know that my tone indicated to everyone out there that, oh boy, he's gonna trash it again. No, I'm not gonna trash it. It's actually, I wasn't too upset by this pay-per-view, but there's one in the middle. Is that we gotta have the fucking talk. I've been trying to not have the fucking talk, but we gotta have the fucking talk. Not in the middle. Excuse me. A match that took place in Saudi Arabia that wasn't on the pay-per-view. I feel like we need to get into this just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that's the Zelina Vega situation. Zelina Vega and Julia, the Women's United States Championship on the line on Friday Night SmackDown. There was a title change that took place. Julia is now the United States Champion for the women's division. And Zelina Vega is really, really terrible fucking position. In a position she really does not want to be in, I can assure you. Because she complained very openly about not getting any opportunities. And she's, not for nothing, I said earlier in the show, you got to promote yourself. She did. She did that. She tried that. It worked. They gave her the ball. They gave her the opportunity. The United States Championship. She beat the inaugural champion. They're going to give her a run. And that whole time was just snake bit. Snake bit. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. She wins the championship under controversial terms with the whole Chelsea Green thing. They had to overbook it to make it make sense. Then she gets in there with Chelsea Green on the rematch. She breaks her fucking face. That's not a good fucking start to the whole thing. Then she gets to Saudi Arabia, and she's got the wardrobe malfunction. She's got the skin showing, and they got to go to commercial. They panicked. They had to get the fuck out of there because this chick's got her whole fucking side out. It's a whole ordeal. This whole thing is snake bait. And then after the championship, she gets the championship, and all of a sudden now the complaint is, well, they're not giving me any promo time. Oh my God. Yes, you can cut a promo. There's no doubt about it. And remember, I've worked with this lady in the past. I've gotten a chance to meet this woman. I've gotten a chance to speak to this woman. I've gotten a chance to work with this woman. She's talented. But at this level, I don't know. It ain't looking good. It's not looking right. And I don't know. I have a feeling the next time we start talking or start hearing about cuts, I got a sad feeling in my gut she's going to be on that list. So I think they're over it at this point. That none of that looked good. None of that went well at all whatsoever. And she didn't even make it to the pay-per-view with the championship. So I just, and the fact that Julia was the one in the ring with her, I know it's SmackDown and Julia's a SmackDown talent, but the fact that Julia got the belt before Stephanie Vacour did, I'm sorry, I don't get Julia. I don't get it. I don't see it. Is there anything about Julia that stands out to you? Because I don't get it.
No. I'm still taking back that Chelsea Green dropped the belt to her.
And then got her face broke for it.
However Zelina feels about her position, I feel like Chelsea's actually living that. Like she's giving you the proof that she can go. And I don't feel like she was in the opportunity that she should have gotten in that position that she was in. But they got plans. They're trying different things. It is what it is. I just gotta sit and wait to see for it to level out. See what happens.
Well, that was on the SmackDown before Night of Champions. Let's take it now to Night of Champions. Our opening match, the final of the King of the Ring tournament, Cody Rhodes against Randy Orton. This is Randy Orton's second attempt at King of the Ring. He's been to back-to-back finals. He lost last year to Gunther, and he lost this year to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the King of the Ring and headed to SummerSlam. Dave, what were your thoughts when you saw Cody take it home with the crown?
I thought, my initial thought was they're going to give it back to him.
The belt, right?
Yeah, they're gonna give it back to him. I think that win. First of all, I didn't see this going the way that it did, so that was pretty cool. But to see Cody win, to me, tells me he moved out of the way, and now he's gonna get it back.
The quarterback.
And whatever run that is, that's fine. I don't know. I don't completely hate it because there's opportunity that he doesn't. But I mean, once we fast forward to what happened, and I didn't know that in the moment when I saw it, my brain instantly thought, okay, because we're getting old school Cena vibes right now, right? Like, I don't foresee Cena dropping it until he's done, and that's at SummerSlam, isn't it?
No, he's ending in December.
Oh, December. Okay, I don't know why I thought SummerSlam.
It's all right. I still believe he's going to lose the belt at SummerSlam too.
Yeah, well, in that, I think when I saw Cody win, this was his route back to get the belt back, that he kind of just bowed out so that Cena can go on his run.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like when I saw this win. I'm not completely mad at it. I think it was a decent match.
Yeah, it was good.
I hate Cody Cutter. I will always hate Cody Cutter. I hate that fucking move. But everything else it was a Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match. It was good. I liked it.
I'm in love with the match only for the simple fact that I've taken the ride. Right? I saw Cody's career begin under the tutelage, under the bright lights of Randy Orton, and I got a chance to see him be kind of an okay wrestler into a pretty good wrestler. And, it's one of those, the student has surpassed the teacher kind of moments. I saw a guy in the ring who was confident. He knew what he was going to do. He felt right. Whenever Randy had a misstep, he was there. Whenever Cody had a misstep, Randy was there. This is one of those matches where I get upset about pro wrestling because I'm just like, this is what it used to be like all the time. This is what it used to look like all the time. This is what it felt like. Yeah. The fact that it could still be that is enraging because it's not like that a lot anymore. So this was a pretty good match. I like this match. And I do believe...
Maybe I just needed a... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I do believe Cody...
You do believe what?
I do believe Cody's probably going to regain the championship at SummerSlam. Night 2 main event, I believe should be the right time to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, and I think I was just about to say I think I just needed a break from him. I wish he would stop doing two things though, which is why I kind of hope for a heel turn for him that I don't think is ever going to happen. But the Cody Cutter, I hate that fucking move. Just had to reiterate that. And
you hate the way he does it, or you just hate the move? Because there's other people who do the move.
I hate the way he does it, and I hate the way people sell it.
Oh, all right.
I hate the whole communication of it. Especially if I saw the bouncy dude do it. He needed to throw that shit in that shit belonged to him now. He needs to just stop doing it. But
that boy bouncy. Javon Evans.
The other thing that I wish he would stop doing is I hate this fucking like bro man shit he does with people, and it like, oh, I love that guy, best man I've ever like, dude, shut the fuck, stop.
He carried that over from AEW.
You gotta kill people, but you need to stop. Do it like it kills it for me. Stop bigging everybody up.
Not everybody is your friends.
Yeah, dude, it's stupid. But it kills it too because like seeing him and Jay go, like there's no interest. There's no feud there. There's no. I don't want to see an exhibition between two friends. I don't know. Is that weird? I just don't like it. You don't gotta talk shit on them, but stop glazing them all the fucking time. Like, just you won. You're the man. Like, just be the guy. People will naturally talk shit about you, and then you be the babyface. You don't have to take a second before your promo starts to shout out your boys in the back. Like, dude, stop it. I just wish he would stop doing that.
As the kids would say, you need to chill with all that dick riding you're doing out here, son.
Yeah. All that glazing.
Ooh, taking 2 glizzies to the face.
I was going to say, chill off the glizzy.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't give a fuck in my lifetime. That has to be one of the greatest fucking slang terms.
Glizzy?
Whoever came up with that is a legend.
Forever
That's what they're
and
calling
ever.
in my house. Yo, you want what you want? 4 glizzies?
4
3
glizzies,
My wife's like,
little
dude,
ketchup
stop
mustard.
calling them that. Like, what the fuck do you call them? They're glizzies.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to be on the package. Ballpark glizzies.
Oh my god. 100% beef glizzies.
Yeah, all beef.
There's a market there, dude.
Yeah, I wonder if they have any vegan glizzy options.
Plant-based glizzies.
Blazed glizzies. That's it. Health. It's what's for dinner, son.
Oh my god.
Oh man. So our next matchup had a little bit of controversy to it. Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. The only real controversy of this match is apparently there were a lot of people pissed off with the finish, which I don't get. To me, I was like,
What was wrong with the finish?
the usage of the table. There was a couple of people online that were a little pissed. There was some people, I was shocked to see this. There were a few wrestlers that were just like, that's an odd use for the table. Because people are so programmed to seeing people go through a table, not necessarily use a table as a prop to do something else. She hit, Rhea Ripley wins the match. She hit Riptide off the top rope, but they used a table across the rope and top rope as a platform. Now, for those of you who don't know, Rhea and Raquel are not two individuals. I was going to say you're not going to find these two ladies shopping in the petite section of a clothing store. Now, having said that, there's a lot of big dudes that have been on top of that top rope and didn't need the assistance of a table either. So I think that's why people look at that and they go, well, you really didn't need to do all that. You could have just blah, 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 blah. But my thing is this, and this is just my take on that whole controversy, but when they took that bump, I actually, come to think of it, didn't even realize they were on the table. Like, I saw them setting it up, but once Rhea and Raquel are up there and you start seeing the setup to the Riptide, I was like, oh, this is going to be a sick fucking bump. And then they executed it fucking perfect. That was a flat back bump. It was on the money. Two professionals with great timing. Big sound, big boom in the building. Crowd popped hard for it. 1, 2, 3. Mommy's the winner. What a moment. So if you're looking at that, all you can think is, oh, what a weird use of the table. I don't know what to tell you. I think you're looking too deep. Some things you can it's okay to just overlook. I don't know. That was weird for me.
It's a shame. It's a shame too, because sometimes I feel like
it's nitpicking. Jesus.
No, you know what? I'm gonna take this back to the point that you made at the top of this show about promoting yourself and like doing the work and stuff, because there's a shitty side of that where you do all this work. I mean, she comes back from an injury. She's been working back slowly behind Liv Morgan, trying to get her footing back, trying to get back to where she was before. And then she gets this match with Rhea. And I'll go on record every single fucking time I see Rhea, not to call Rodriguez an unorthodox opponent, like someone that's beneath her, but like every time I see Rhea wrestling somebody who isn't at the highest card, I can never tell if it's the person doing really, really well, or is it just Rhea's that fucking good about controlling a match? Because I felt like this was, at least for a while now, Rodriguez's best match. Like, she was so good here. And I don't know if it was the pacing or what it was, but they had a great fucking match with each other. I thought it was. So for you to point out the table part, I mean, it was, for me, it was like, oh, they're on a table. Like, I wasn't standing up, pulling my hair out of my head, like, oh my God. But it wasn't something like that's lame. So I don't know. It's just weird that I saw these two have an amazing match with each other. And the one thing people are bitching about is the spot at the end that it didn't botch, didn't slip. It didn't look weird, I guess, if you want to hyper focus on the table. I mean, you could say it's unnecessary maybe, but like my brain didn't even go there. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool finish. And then I just fucking moved on.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
I was past it.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, yo, okay, that match was fire. I like that match. That match was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Up until this point, like I'm really feeling it, right? And then
especially for Raquel.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, up until this point, I was really feeling it, and I was a little hesitant based on my bad taste of Money in the Bank. But up until this point, I'm really feeling it. Next match, I was also kind of feeling. I was loving the fan reaction to this one. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. I enjoyed how into the match everyone was, and more importantly, how into Karrion Kross people were. He's starting to cook. A little bit. He's inching a little bit more. And he's starting to. People are starting to feel him a little bit. So I'm happy for that. But this was just a reason to get Sammy on the card. It worked. The fans love him. It is what it is. 13 and a half minutes. Sami Zayn defeats Karrion Kross. Anything about this match for you that kind of stood out?
I still have Sammy fatigue. Like it's almost to the point where I feel guilty about it. I know I'm supposed to be excited to see him, and I don't actually hate the guy. I just think his gimmick is so tired to me. Like I hate thinking about him being the underdog because I just don't see him that way. But aside from that, I think your call out was spot on. Okay, this was a big Karrion Kross match. I think he was able, with an opponent like Sammy, he was able to show some. That was the one thing about Sammy's gimmick that is nice here, that it really allowed Karrion Kross to show his dominance. Because that's what Sammy does. He just gets his ass beat.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. And he looked great. They were selling some of his moves, giving you the name of his moves, really kind of putting them together. Again, I think this is a very consistent thing throughout this. I'm gonna keep calling them pay-per-views, dude. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
This show is that, like, I think the consistency for the most part, like, I don't think there was anything absolutely terrible. But like this wasn't like the greatest show that I've ever seen. But to me, that consistency is perfectly fine. And I enjoyed this match. This match was good.
Oh,
even with Sammy in it.
Yeah, there you go. Even with Sammy in it. The next match for the WWE United States Championship, your boy Jacob Fatu against Solo Sikoa, and they pulled the trigger. I was shocked by this, to be honest with you, but I have a cautionary tale, a warning of sorts. Don't blow your load too goddamn soon. Don't do it. I see what they're doing. Don't do it. Don't blow your wad that fucking quick. Trust me. Hunter, we've been down this road before, Hunter. Don't do it. What I mean by that is that Solo Sikoa is now your United States champion, and to be honest with you, I feel like this elevates Solo just a little bit. It gives him something to play with and try to get the character over just a little bit more. He's on the rise. Shake-up, I am concerned. Because he's cooking. He's firing on all cylinders. All gas, no brakes. Get in where you fit in. Yada yada mean. He's doing 3 shirts a week. He's got the quotes out there. He's cooking. The matches look great. They are feeling this boy, and that's my worry. Don't try to start elevating him into the other level just yet, man. Give him some time. Let the boy marinate a little.
They pulled the belt off of him so they can start pushing him
to the
next level.
Yep.
Nah, leave him right here.
Let him dominate. That's what I'm saying. Let him dominate. Don't.
No, did you see that fucking dude? Move of the night is that first of all, the back handspring was a little awkward because he's so big, but he did it.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he jumped over that rope, like the Olympic high jump, the way he just kind of like went right over. Oh my God, that shit was fire. I saw that. I rewound that shit like 5 times. Oh my God. He's too big to move like that.
It's not fair. He's so fucking agile for his fucking size. It's kind of ridiculous. That boy good. That boy good. You want to talk about glazing? We out here. We doing a Cody Rhodes. Every time we have a pay-per-view, we end up glazing Jacob Fatu. That boy is nasty. And I got the chance to work with him and meet with him. Yo, he's even cooler a person than he is a wrestler. He's so chill. He's so fucking laid back. He's so dope as a person. And then you see him in the ring doing this thing, you can't help but fucking... Like, you root for this dude, bro. Like, for real. Like, every time I see him out there doing this thing, like, I'm rooting for him. Every single time.
I agree with you, though, 100%. Let's not get too trigger happy.
Don't.
We're making money right where we're at. Let's keep making money. There's more money in the future. Let's keep making money. I think this is so good for that whole young group right there. Really good for Solo. Really good for him. Let's keep developing this. Let's have fun where we're at. We got too many people at the top right now. We don't need to push him in and then have the risk of him falling behind. There's no need.
There's none.
We're
no need.
Pretty right now.
Yes. I'm telling you, listen, play your cards right. And what are we at? What's coming up next? 42? The main event of WrestleMania 45. It's going to be Jacob Fatu versus Braun Breaker for the title. You heard it here first. You've heard it here first.
That's going to, dude.
But that's what I'm saying, like, with time. That's going to be a mega main event. Mega main event. It's going to be crazy. But you gotta let them cook first. Let them get their feet underneath them.
Cook, man. They're in the oven right now, man. Let them bake.
So our next match is the final for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Oh, baby. It was Jade Cargill against Asuka. And I don't know who the agent was for this match. I don't have an inside guy telling me what's what. And I don't know how this match was put together. But I'm going to tell you this. From a trained eyeball, somebody in that ring did not want to work with the other motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I don't know which side it was. I don't know who pissed off who. But no one gave Asuka the memo that Jade is the up-and-coming star.
She's that.
Because
she's that B.
Asuka got in the ring and decided this bitch is going to eat everything that I throw, whether she likes it or not. She went in there and did strikes and punches and kicks and knees and all kinds of... Jade did not know what the fuck was coming at her. She didn't know how to sell it. She didn't know... She hit this chick with everything but the kitchen sink. And then took the finish at the fucking end. That is a patent. I've seen it 1,000 times, boys and girls. I've seen it 1,000 times. If I had to put hard money, I think they were going over the finish the day of and then decided Jade was going to go up. And Asuka wasn't with it. That's what I think. It's an opinion. I don't know anything. I'm going based on what I saw. I saw somebody, not for nothing, we call it boo-boo face. They had boo-boo face. I don't think she was happy that she came back from a year and a half out on injury and to lose in the finals to this chick. I don't think she was happy about it. Because she wrestled that match in a way that if you were trying to expose somebody as not being nearly as good as you, that's the way you wrestle that match. She was quick. She was moving around. Oddly, Jade looked like she couldn't keep up with anything that was happening. Everything that Jade executed, it felt like Asuka was doing her a favor. The power bomb spot, just everything. Even down to the finish itself with the big move at the end. I don't want to go that far, but I was joking with Steph. I said this felt like Michaels Hogan. When Michaels was just flipping and flopping and doing all kinds of stupid shit just to prove to the audience he's a piece of shit. That's what this was. They're like, oh, is this your future star right here? This is your up-and-comer? This is the beast? This is the monster everyone's so fucking scared of? This chick? Really? To me, that's what that match felt like. That's why earlier when you were like, oh, it's a pretty consistent pay-per-view, it's like, yeah, up until somebody started shooting on somebody over here. Up until it started getting real for somebody. Jade looked out of her fucking wits, which is hilarious. Because you and I both gave her some props for that WrestleMania match that she had with Naomi. And I think when you compare the two, that was why the Asuka match to me stood out. Because Naomi and Jade at WrestleMania had a match between this was a match between two people who really wanted to get over, like to get each other over, to both have the style of match where it's going to suit both of us and we're going to get over, we're going to fucking kill it, we're going to go out there and have a great match. I didn't get the sense that that was the vibe for this match. I got the sense that Asuka went out there on purpose to show to the world she's okay, but I'm great, I'm Asuka. That's the vibe that I got. So
it's funny you say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you say that because I felt something was off with Jade, but I couldn't tell what it was.
She was scared.
It almost like she was a step behind, almost a little.
She was scared. She was nervous. She was scared.
She was still executing, and as I was watching it, I'm like, man, this girl. It's funny because I had no intention of her winning that match. So I was saying to myself, man, when she finally gets her shot, she will inevitably hold the belt. And I hope they take their time because she is growing like really well. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, I'm like starting to feel like proud of this girl, man. I remember seeing her AEW, just like, dude, get her off the fucking screen. Like, why is she here? This is terrible. To like see where she is today on the stage that she's on. I'm like, dude, I can't wait for the future to see how she develops and when she ends up holding the belt. Then when I saw that she won, I'm like, oh, we're doing this now? And my initial thought was, okay, give her the title shot. She has to lose. She cannot win the title. And I think that does amazing for her, even losing. But to hear you say that you kind of felt like Asuka wasn't really down with the call, kind of makes the way that match felt make a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah, she got exposed.
Because I felt like, I was like, dude, she wasn't. Isn't exposed if you're being a like. Let's say what you're saying is. Let's say that is true.
Right.
Is it being exposed when you're deliberately trying to do things off the cuff to throw the person off? You could say maybe a great would know how to react to that and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Sure. But like we identify she's not a great, so to speak. Like she's learning the craft and she's becoming better. So for her to react in that manner and be like, okay, I thought we were on the same page. Now we're not. This kind of goes against my training. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, what do I do? If that was the case, I think she killed it. Because I don't expect her to be able to react to that shit from someone who is a vet who's been doing it for so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope that's not true because that makes me look at Asuka like really weird.
I'm
really
projecting
different.
Based on an opinion that I formed watching the match. I could be completely wrong, and I'm stating that for the public and for the record. I could be completely wrong. I could be reading into it, but I've seen that kind of match before. And I don't think Asuka's point. I'm not sitting here saying that Asuka's going into this thinking that Jade is garbage or trash or whatever the case may be. I don't think that. I think Asuka is smart enough and professional enough to understand why Jade is in the position that she's in. You don't have to have 20/20 vision to look at Jade Cargill and go, yeah, I get it, right? The look, the athleticism, right? She knows, she looks like she fits the part. Everyone knows why she's there. I think the only issue, if there even was one, again, I'm projecting, is I don't think Asuka was happy with the decision that night. I don't think she has a problem with Jade going to SummerSlam. I don't think she's got a problem with Jade becoming a world champion. I don't think she has a problem with any of that. I think the problem that she had is I think she feels like that was the wrong decision for that night. This was the comeback for Asuka. This was a situation where, she's trying to reestablish herself. And I think again, projecting, that she didn't agree to losing to a person who, let's be honest, as good as she has gotten and as much as she improved, is not on that level. Like you said, not a great. Asuka's a great. Asuka is a great. An all-time great. Top 5. I'll make the argument. I'll argue it all day. One of the top 5 greatest WWE women's superstars of all time. Easily. That's an easy argument to make. To come back from injury and lose to the new lady, yeah, I can see it being a little frustrating. Now, I understand that by making this claim, I'm also simultaneously making the claim that by saying this, I'm saying that she was being unprofessional, which is, going into business for yourself, trying to make a point. To a degree, yeah, that's kind of an accusation that I don't really want to make. I don't feel comfortable making that because I don't think she's an unprofessional person. I'm going based on what I saw. And at the end of the day, she still did the job. Regardless of how she felt or didn't feel about whatever, she went out there and did what she was supposed to do. She gave Jade a match that the fans got into. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a bad match. I just know what I'm looking at. Jade looked confused, bamboozled, didn't know how to sell certain things, didn't know how to bump off certain things, because I got the sense that a lot of that stuff that was thrown at her, she didn't know was coming. All the while, because I've seen her bump and I've seen her wrestling matches where it's going according to plan. And she didn't look like that, especially not recently. That looked like old Jade. That's the old Jade, just confused, nervous, I don't know where to go from here, all that. That's the look we saw her improve from. She backtracked, which means Asuka was doing some shit she didn't see coming, and she didn't know was coming. So that's where I draw the conclusion from. Could be dead wrong, but that's what I saw. I laughed through the second half of that match because I started putting it together like she's really not happy. She was throwing some shit at Jade that looked, I mean, we got a term in the industry. Those were some potatoes. That's what we call nice stiff shots. Those were some taters, straight from Idaho. She was throwing them shits, stiff as fuck. So I guess she figured, hey, I'm going to do the job. I'm going to put you over, but if I'm going to put you over, I'm going to get mine. So come on in. Come into the ring if you dare. But Jade Cargill does win the Queen of the Ring tournament. She gets the title match. She's going to SummerSlam. But we don't know. According to the, she could win. She could face any of the. I was going to say any of the champions. It looks like she's going to be facing the SmackDown champion. So Jade is going to get the.
Yeah, I believe they said specifically who they would face.
Yeah.
If the opposing person.
Yeah. So she's going to get the SmackDown champion, which is either going to be Tiffany Stratton or Trish Stratus, based on the fact that Tiffany has to defend the title at Evolution. If it's Trish, just burn it all down. There's no sense in just give her the belt, because we're burning daylight at this point.
Tiffany and Jade either. I don't like.
I was just gonna say I don't like it the other way either.
I don't like that shit either.
Who's carrying who in that match? Who's the ring general there? Because I got issues. I got complications over here. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. By the way, keep Jade Cargill off of night one. Just food for thought. Just food for thought. I'll take whoever winds up with the world's women's situation. I'll take that for night one. Keep Jade on night two. She's a star, remember? Yeah, keep her on night two. So the main event of this whole shindig, John Cena, CM Punk. The yin and the yang. One last time for the Punkster and the Doctor of Thugonomics. Which, by the way, SmackDown. Did you see the clip? I think I sent it to you, right? The clip on SmackDown with the Doctor of Punkonomics. Yes. With the fucking Cubs jersey and the fucking drug-free Ducks. That shit was amazing. It was wonderful shit. I enjoyed it very much. But Punk and Cena. Also, I made the mistake of trying to show Steph the Punk thing, and she just yelled at me, so I won't be doing that again. But, Punk Cena for the title. They went out there and had a Brutal matchup, a classic match between Punk and Cena one last time. But I peeped game yet again. My eyes were working overtime on this pay-per-view, my guy. I peeped game, sir. You know what I mean by that?
No, elaborate.
I saw some inside shit, baby. I saw the yellow brick road. I will elaborate.
What you see?
I will elaborate.
Yeah, what you see?
The first time when John turned heel, he hit Cody Rhodes with the belt across the face. You remember that?
Okay.
At Wrestle, he did that at Elimination Chamber. At WrestleMania, he hit Cody with the belt to win the title. A lot of his finishes as a heel has revolved around using the WWE Championship as a weapon to the head. For those of you who have been watching these matches, go back, you'll see what I'm talking about. No hesitation. He hit Cody in the fucking face. Bam. Easy peasy. Slowly but surely, match after match, he's kind of been using the title belt as a tease. And what I mean by that is, ever after Cody, for Randy Orton, as an instant, right? Randy Orton was the next opponent that he had. He brought out the belt to hit Randy Orton with, but he stalled a little bit. Contemplated it just a little bit, but would eventually use it. Then he competes against R-Truth. And he grabs the belt again like he's going to use it. But this time, Truth sees him. They're exchanging eye-to-eye contact. And John goes, oh, God damn it. I don't know. I'm conflicted. So then he leads over to the referee. He gives the belt to the referee. And the crowd pops. Oh, he didn't use it. He gave the belt away. Gave it to the ref. Ref turns around to hand it to the ring announcer. John fucking Cole Cox literally R-Truth right in the fucking dick and balls, and he fucking picks him up and he beats him. Then we fast forward again with R-Truth. He's got the belt in his hand and he's got some sort of hesitation with him, but this time Truth doesn't wait for it. It jumps all over him. Now the match with Punk. Pulls out the belt. Here we go. I'm going to rack this fucking guy with this belt. And Punk looks at him. And John looks at him. And he goes, you know what? Fuck it. And he fucking throws the belt down. And the crowd pops again. And they get into it. And then the handshake later happens. Handshake, it does the hug. It does the goofy face again. Goes for the kick. It's a whole spot. But what I'm pointing out is the progression with the belt. First, no hesitation, solid shot. Then it was little hesitation, solid shot. Then it was hesitation, actually reconsidering and giving it to the ref, still nut shot, still a heel tactic. This time with Punk, he pulls the belt out, eye contact. This time he legitimately puts the belt down and gets rid of it, but heel tactics another way. The belt. He's teasing the face turn with the belt. Keep your eye out on that one. Every time he uses the belt, he has a little bit more of a hesitation on it. Each time it's a little bit more and a little bit more, and eventually it's going to get to a point sometime around Survivor Series where he's not going to use the belt and he's not going to cheat and the crowd's going to go fucking bananas. And by December, he'll be a babyface on the way out. Calling it.
All right.
Calling it. I'm saying
I hope you're wrong.
You want him to go out as a heel?
Yup, all the way.
All the way. Just commit to being the dickhead all the way through.
I want him on his last, right on his microphone drop. I want him to look the camera dead in the eye, right on his exit, and go, "Fuck you, Stephanie Ling."
Oh, I'll never.
Can you imagine, dude? Her hand would blow off her shoulders, dude.
I will never be able to watch Wrestling in the House ever again.
Dude, that would be a great moment.
That's the ultimate.
One could dream of a fun moment.
You should have been in the house.
In that house, that moment would die.
You should have been in the house the day that he did the promo about the first one, where he was like, For 25 years, I've been in a toxic relationship. Remember where he did that line? My wife looked up from her phone and, oh, you've been the one in an abusive relationship? Gaslighting. Now it's my fault? Gaslighting. Now it's my fault. You the one out here pretending to be a wigger for all these years, but I'm the toxic one. Gaslighting. Gaslighting. Now I'm the fucking... She was arguing with the TV. She was combating against a former ex-boyfriend that had spurned her earlier in her years. So, yeah. But I called it there. This was a pretty okay match. Overbooked with the whole Seth Rollins thing. We made the comment about Seth Rollins with the Money in the Bank when we talked about the pay-per-view last time. And we had made mention that, there's many different things that you could do with Seth now with the briefcase. You can hold off on him winning the title, but now with the briefcase, you can guarantee that he stays in the main event scene, which is great. I actually think it's a little too soon for him to be teasing that because it almost put John in a position where he was kind of back to being babyface. When he called for the referee and John did that spot where he hit Charles Robinson in the fucking head and he gets in there and him and Seth have the exchange and then he drops him with the AA, that felt like the old John Cena. So they were blurring the lines, I feel like, a little bit, and then eventually he just went back into heel mode. But he's cooking right now, is John.
Yeah, he is.
He's cooking right now. Yeah. For all these people
who... go down.
Yeah, there's a lot of people online.
One of the greatest exits of all time.
There's a lot of people online. Oh, this heel turn, this heel run's not working. It's a flop. This isn't only good.
Crazy.
Well, you know what it is?
Did you hear that fucking crowd when he came out?
You know the funny thing is that you know why they keep saying it's not working? Because they don't like it. That's why.
Love it.
No, but I mean that in a literal sense. When they asked for a heel turn from John Cena, they weren't actually asking for him to be a heel. They just wanted him to change things. Give me new gear. Give me new music. Just do something different. Not actually be a heel. He's actually being a heel.
He knows that. That's why he literally comes out to a black screen.
And just white plain lettering. It just says John Cena.
He said it verbatim. You are getting nothing new.
Yeah, nothing.
I know that's what you want.
Yeah, you get nothing from me. You get nothing. You get nothing.